Alberto Fernandez was the president of Argentina from 2019 to 2023, and he is, and I dare to say this, the weirdest president that any country has had. This video goes over some of his actions and how he went from having the approval of the country to being basically a punching bag. It all starts at his assumption of power. At December of 2019, he got a band called Sudor Marica, which translates to gay sweat. Yeah. But that is not so much important as the song that they played. A song about giving BJs in rallies, and also scissoring between girls and more sex in rallies. Yeah, not the greatest start for the public image of a government, as in my opinion, but it's not as fucked up as the next act. Fabiola Llanes was Alberto Fernandez's former wife, and I have to give you some context here. It was 2020. Argentina was one of the countries with the most strict policies in circulation. After all, they were in quarantine. So reunions with the family and big groups were not allowed. There were even some cases where people faced police violence for trying to get out of their home. Meanwhile this was happening, Fabiola decided to throw a birthday party. Mind you, this was illegal. Meanwhile, you could not see your family members, they were out having a party. In the following days, a video got leaked, containing footage of Fabiola celebrating her birthday with multiple people. The backlash was massive, and Alberto Fernandez responded in a way that a big part of the population thought of him like an asshole.
El 14 de julio, día de cumpleaños de mi querida Fabiola. Fabiola convocó una reunión con sus amigos y a un brindis, que no debió haberse hecho. Que definitivamente me doy cuenta que no debió haberse hecho. Y que lamento que haya ocurrido.
He basically said it was her wife's fault, that she threw the party without him knowing. But not only that, years later, Fabiola gave some information about the incident. She said that the party wasn't organized by her, but by him, but that she had to take the blame for it to not affect the negative image of the president. Now, if putting the blame of his wife wasn't enough, he did something much worse than that, and multiple times. Allegedly. But first, we gotta understand what the term being a gato means in Argentina. If you're a man, it usually means that you fool around with a lot of women. But if you're a woman, it usually means that you're a whore. And the funny thing is, here in this video we got both cases. The most known case is Tamara Pettinato, which is a public figure of Argentina. She was a journalist, she did interviews, she appeared on a TV show, you get the idea, you know? The thing is, a video of her was leaked, of her with Alberto Fernandez in La Casa Rosada, which is the equivalent of the White House in the US. And in that video, she was declaring her love for him.
Te amo.
¿Estás segura?
Más o menos. No tanto.
¿Cuándo vas a estar segura?
Pero ahora que soy presidenta, te voy a mandar a matar.
¿Pero nomás o no más?
Te amo y por eso te voy a matar.
Well, weird to say the least. He has recently come out to explain what happened in the video. He said that she's just one dearly friend that happens to be very close to him, and the purpose of that video was to show Tenenbaum, an Argentinian journalist, that there is someone from his team that loves him. Context. Tamara worked with this Tenenbaum guy, you know, and he happened to criticize the management of Alberto Fernandez in the country. And that's why he repeatedly asked in the video to say that she loves him, to show that somebody from Tenenbaum's team appreciates him. But honestly, do you really believe that? And she isn't the only one on this list. There is also many other names, like Úrsula Vargas, Florencia Peña, Sofía Apache, Luciana Rubinska, Victoria Oneto, Romina Urich, Luciana Seput, Liz Solari, Florencia Aise, Ana Clara Hernández, Grisel Tamborro, Cecilia Hermoso, Constanza Girotti. All of this while having his wife pregnant. But if you thought this is the worst thing that he could have done to her, this is only the peak of the iceberg. In August of last year, Fabiola Yandes uploaded 2 photos that were presumably taken after Alberto Fernandez had hit her, one in the armpit and the other one in the eye. Let's say this guy isn't the best husband, okay? To this day he's still being investigated and there is a criminal case going on to figure out if he's found guilty or innocent. We still don't know for sure, but I think it's worth mentioning because of all the proof that there is. If you thought this was his only correlation to something illegal, well, you were wrong once again, you were wrong. Ginés González was the healthcare minister of Alberto Fernandez. When the COVID vaccines arrived to Argentina, everybody had to wait. After all, they were giving priority to people with diseases like asthma that were more susceptible to COVID-19. But instead of following the protocol, Ginés Garcia decided it was a great idea to vaccinate his friends first. When this came to the eyes of the public, everybody got furious, like how they could do this. And Alberto Fernandez, instead of saying how deplorable was the action taken by the health minister, he said this.
Pero terminemos con la payasada. Yo le pido a los fiscales y a los jueces que hagan lo que deben. El delito, no hay ningún tipo penal en la Argentina que diga será castigado el que vacuna a otro que se adelantó en la fila. No existe ese delito.
He basically said, well, there isn't any crime for vaccinating his friends, so he isn't guilty of anything. But in the court of law, Ginés Garcia was found guilty of embezzlement of property and abuse of authority, and he got a fine. But if you thought, okay, I gotta stop saying if you thought. If you were thinking this is the only time he said something dumb to the public, you are wrong once again. Racist remarks. There isn't much to say, I think it's better if I show you the video.
Que los mexicanos salieron de los indios, los brasileros salieron de la selva, pero nosotros los argentinos llegamos de los barcos. Y eran barcos que venían de allí, de Europa. Y así construimos nuestra sociedad.
I think this isn't as bad as the other ones, but that is because the bar is so low. Dylan was the presidential dog. He passed away a few days ago, so respect for him. After all, he was only a dog. There wasn't much that he could have done. But something that people seem to complain nowadays is Milei traveling. You know that he shouldn't travel and it wastes resources from the country. But this guy used to take his fucking dog in the fucking helicopter. You know, so the next time you think your president is wasting resources, think about this. Being known by her own vice president, Cristina Fernandez, her vice president, and the main reason he got into power. She has owned him time and time again, making him look as incompetent in the eyes of many, having conflicts with him and his hippie attitude and embarrassing him in front of thousands and thousands. Ironically, I forgot to make an outro to the video, so yeah, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya!